We are seriously, notoriously late all the time. Our appointment is at 10:45 and it is literally like 10:40. Luckily, it's just across the street, but
Hey everyone! So this video is going to be a little different than our regular videos. As you see here, we're on board a plane because we're heading to California to visit our son. But our appointment for our visa application is the next day, so we are stopping in Los Angeles first before heading to San Diego. And we thought we'd bring you along as we do a little exploring while we're in LA. Say hi to Pepper and Mochi!
hi dogs, hi!
By the time we arrived in LA, we didn't have much time, so we made two stops. First was Redondo Beach. As you can see, it is slightly overcast. However, the sun was brightly shining just a little bit ago. On this particular day, it wasn't actually that cold, but it was a bit windy. I couldn't believe how many people were swimming in the ocean. All I could imagine was how cold the water must be. Though, of course, I could be wrong. We did walk through the farmer's market a little earlier, but by the time I started filming, they were already closing shop, unfortunately. But I still like to watch the vendors and the shoppers, especially the cute puppies. There's just something so soothing about watching the ocean waves roll onto the shore. I can literally sit there for hours just watching. Next, it was lunchtime. For Jake's request, we ate at one of his favorite restaurants from when we lived in LA years ago. I thought it was pretty good. It wasn't quite the same for him though. This is the view from our hotel room. And I find it really interesting seeing all the traffic down there. How it's all flowing. It's actually kind of cool. Lots of red lights right there. This is LA, baby. Look at that. Woo. After getting settled in our hotel, we headed out for some Korean barbecue dinner. I have been craving Korean barbecue since we made our plans to go to LA. At dinner, we were showered with gifts from our son and his girlfriend. It was so thoughtful. See the logo on our hats? We love them. Thanks to you too. We know you're watching.
Good morning. Today is the day when we go and turn in our paperwork for our visa application. I am currently sitting in the hotel lobby of the Westin Hotel. And in this particular hotel, I guess they've done a lot of movies here, so it's kind of cool. I am currently waiting on Jake he's getting some breakfast right now, so I'm waiting for him to come here so that we can eat. And after that, I'm gonna slap on some lipstick, make myself presentable, walk across the street. Yes, it's literally across the street. Hence, that's why we picked out this hotel to stay in. And after that, we're gonna go and do our thing and see how it turns out. But maybe I'll take you guys on a little video tour of this really cool hotel, but from the background. Pretty cool, isn't it? Anyways, I'm just sitting here with my two littles. There's Mochi. Oops, sorry, it's my hand. And there's Pepper. And just waiting. So, anyways, bye for now. I'll keep you updated. We are seriously, notoriously late all the time. Our appointment is at 10:45 and it is literally like 10:40. Luckily, it's just across the street, but still stressful. Oh. Anyway, we just left the hotel. We had our breakfast. I slapped on lipstick. Now we're off. All right, we'll keep you posted on how it turns out. Wish us luck. Ah! You too. Say hi. We're going incognito.
Oh, we gotta take my microphone off.
Why?
Because you can't have it on. You can't record in there.
Oh, sorry. Gotta go. Bye.
We did it.
We did.
We turned in our paperwork.
Yes. So really quick, you can tell that we're wearing different clothes. This is because it's been, a couple of days since we went and turned in our paperwork. We did say that we're here to spend time with our son. So right after the appointment and after we were all done, we had to hurry up out of LA because we didn't want to hit traffic. So this is 2 days later.
Yep, we're hanging out in San Diego right now with our son. And I have a list of things that I wanted to talk about that were maybe a little unexpected or different or just something that may be interesting. I don't know.
Or that could help, right?
Yeah. So TLS Contact was the contractor that we went to in LA for the French consulate, and they're going to mail our paperwork to Washington, D.C. in order for that to hopefully get turned into a visa. First thing is, it was up on the 18th floor of the building in Los Angeles. If you go there, there's other places that you might go. But when we got off the floor, a little sign said TLS Contact that way. And then after
when
that,
you got off the elevator, there was a sign right up front that said TLF with an arrow to the right. TLF.
But once you got a little farther down the hall, there were so many different ways to choose to turn right and left. You can go straight. There was no more signs. So we ended up, there was another person up there that was searching too, and we were all confused. Don't go up until 5 minutes before your meeting, your appointment time, because it's a very small space. And if you're there more than 5 minutes, there was a gentleman that was there like 10 minutes early. They turned him away. So get there on time, pretty much right on time. She asked me if I had everything done from the checklist. Now, I will tell you, my experience with the checklist is that once it had a list of things when I filled out the form online, I never once, I remembered most of it. I think I remembered all of it. And there was never once again that I didn't receive an email about it, the checklist. There wasn't any way to log in and see the checklist of those items. So make sure you write that stuff down or take a screenshot or somehow know those list of items that they're asking for.
Also, make sure you bring your marriage certificate, your birth certificate, any kind of document that they may possibly ask for. According to the list that he was checking, making sure that he filled out everything that he needed to fill out and also bring everything that we needed to bring, it didn't say that they needed our marriage certificate, but I brought it just in case. There was just this feeling that I was just like, it's better to bring it, not use it, than need it and not have it. So I brought a bunch of our documents, from birth certificates to marriage license, one license. And yeah, they asked for our marriage license. So good thing we had it.
And in our particular case, because I have a pension and Mary June does not, they had me fill out a paper saying that I'm sponsoring her, which I didn't know that was a thing, but okay, I guess I'll sponsor you.
I hope so. I hope you'd sponsor me, or else you're going to go to France by yourself. From my experience, I don't have it listed. I did think about it, but I didn't list it. So I'm just going to share it off the top of my head. When we got in the building, you have to check in for your appointment first thing. So you have to go to this counter right at the front, and you can't just go to the elevator. Somebody will have to basically lead you to the elevator to tell you which floor you're going to go to, which is obviously the 18th floor. And so you check in, they give you basically like a tag, a name tag, just that allows you to be in the building, and then they'll escort you to the elevator, and they'll even push the button for you. At least that's what they did for us. And then up and away we went. When we got there and we finally sat down, there is security that you have to go through. You'll have to empty out your pockets, put your purse in this little cubby thing, and go through like a security scanner. From there, we sit. Now, in my head, I thought, because we applied as a couple, that they were gonna basically talk to us together, but they had us come one at a time. So the representative spoke to him first. And what were the things that she asked you had to pay for?
I had to make my payment, and I guess I was a little, when she asked her for her list of documents, I guess.
Yeah, I didn't have my own documents because we were applying together as a couple. I did hear somewhere that separate documents for you and separate documents for me was required, but according to his research, you only really needed to fill out one.
There was definitely some confusion there, but in the end it worked out. It was just a little unexpected, kind of. She seemed to like oh, you guys don't have your own documents. I guess in hindsight, we could have just made I could have printed out 2 copies of our insurance, medical insurance that we had, but our copy it was 1 copy with both of our names. I guess we could have just walked in with 2 copies. I guess that would have made it easier.
Well, we'll find out within about
I don't know.
2 weeks if that was good or not good.
Yeah, I actually don't. Is it a week, 2 weeks? Because I really don't know.
I don't know. They didn't tell us any specific time. I mean, I've heard other people say that they got their visas within a week. We don't know. I'm assuming it's different for everybody.
Yeah, don't know.
So, so he came up first, and she had him sign all kinds of stuff. And then it was my turn, and one of the things that I really only had was my passport, so definitely have to have the passport. I had to fill out the same paperwork that he had to fill out, sign this and that, saying that I'm acknowledging that I had to pay for this and that I signed this and blah, blah, blah. So that was that. And then we took our photos there afterwards. So instead of, because they require photos for the new visa, not new visa, but to add onto the visa, and they require a specific size. It's not like the regular size that you would need for a regular passport application here in the United States. So what we did, because we didn't know exactly what size they needed, we just got our picture.
Yeah, it wasn't very much. It was a few extra dollars.
Yeah. And then that was it. How were we feeling during that? You were talking about how...
I was nervous. I don't know why I was nervous. Just sitting there with somebody going over my documents. I'm like, oh, I tried so hard to make sure everything was right. And then it seemed like a few things weren't right. And it wasn't like definitely was not overly friendly at all.
No, they were very
matter of fact.
Yeah, it almost like... no offense, but it just seemed like the people that worked there didn't have personalities. Like, even if you said hi, they didn't even crinkle their lips to like acknowledge
And they weren't French, by the way.
No.
They,
No, they weren't.
they were definitely Americans.
Yeah, and that's fine. But yeah, so, and then when I was sitting there waiting for him, how long would you say you were sitting there? Maybe about 15 minutes or so.
10, 15.
Yeah. I was just trying really hard not to get my nervousness started. I didn't want to get nervous because I knew that once I started to get nervous, it would like going downhill from there. So I just try to keep calm and be like, okay, whatever it's going to happen, it's going to happen. It's going to be fine. I mean, I had to say I did have some nerves. Let me just be clear about that. But I try to contain it, try to keep it, to a minimum. And then when it was done, it was done.
It was done. We went downstairs and off we were. We were kind of one track mind because we were downtown LA. It was Friday, and we wanted to get out of town before traffic started. Although we didn't miss all the traffic, I think we missed the majority of it. Anyway.
Yeah, I mean it's LA. Yeah. So
overall, pretty easy process. But I think right in the moment of it, maybe a little nerves. But in the end, it wasn't that bad.
Yeah, it wasn't. I think now the waiting begins, and how long that wait is, we don't really know.
And I did want, we had used an insurance company that is travel insurance, and the travel insurance it's not full comprehensive insurance. It covers up to $100,000 in catastrophic medical and transportation back to the United States. It meets the requirements of what the French government wants. Well, let's put a link down in the description just in case you're interested. I think all told it was in the neighborhood of $1,200 for the year, which is a lot of money to pay, but.
Well, that is it for this video. We will definitely keep you posted as far as what happens when we finally get the visas, whether or not we got approved. We are currently here, like he said, in San Diego. My son and I spoke about possibly going to Mexico since we're so close. Then we remembered we can't go anywhere because we don't have any passports. We don't have our passports. So we're stuck in the United States until we get it back. But anyway, so hopefully this was helpful to you or to anybody out there that's going through the same process. And your experience might be different than ours, but however it is for you, it's not going to be too hard. I mean, it wasn't that hard for us, so it shouldn't be too hard for you. Okay, well, until next time, I'm Mary June.
And I'm Jake.
Let's do that again. Until next time, I'm Mary June.
And I'm Jake.
We'll see you in the next video. Au revoir.
A bientôt.